Pro Football Pick'em. Big game last night. Falcons come back to win.
Mm-hmm.
That helped some people out, cost some people. We had a big winner of our $100 Go Rewards, which you can sign up right now. It's all with Indigo Sky Casino. Sign up, play, and you could be a winner just like Chris Younger of Webb City. $100 Go Rewards.
Congratulations
for, picking well.
To Chris. Yeah, again, every week we give away $100 in Go Rewards to Indigo Sky Casino. All you have to do is go to BigDog979.com, sign up, and make your picks. They'll be available right now for this coming week. And there are a lot of good games. That Falcons team that just won, playing the Chiefs this coming week. And there are a lot of big games this week.
Now, we're going to be making our picks in the Pail of Punishment coming up Thursday, but we each have a punishment to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
I will be sniffing pits this hour come Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be eating the refrigerator mix-up.
Work fridge mix-up.
And I checked it out this morning, and wow.
I looked a little bit, too. We have a lot of mustard-based items.
Wow. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Salad dressings.
Yeah.
A lot of mustard-based stuff.
We did have a listener yesterday text us and say that if he worked with us, he would bring in and sneak in some wasabi.
Oh God. Whew.
So,
and I like a little bit of that.
I think there might be some horseradish in there, which
I like horseradish as well.
See, you keep saying, "Oh, I like that. I like that.
I do.
I like that." I don't think you're going to like it all mixed into where you have to, because I started thinking about the spoon. You're going to have to make a pretty decent bowl of this concoction.
Yeah, I was thinking about this too. Are we going to tick off some people when I go use up all their barbecue sauce in there?
Nah.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. All right.
They'll get over it if they do.
I mean, I'm not going to tell them it was
fun.
me.
We're having fun.
I'm not going to tell them it was me.
I think we'll have proof. It'll be live on a live stream of you eating it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. But I'm going to make them work to find that. I'm not going to just voluntarily let them know.
I'm showing everybody.
Because there are a lot of, like, just a little bit left in the bottle. As a matter of fact, I did a little research this morning, too. I found one bottle of salad dressing. I don't even see a date on it. There has to be one, right?
What do you mean?
I didn't find an expiration
There has
date.
to be a date, unless it's rubbed off.
And it could be.
It's so old.
Because it's 4 years old and it's sitting there. If it doesn't have a date, I'm going to say I'm not putting that in the concoction, okay?
All right. And because I might have to do the same punishment at a later date, I will agree with this. I will agree with your conclusion.
I'm glad we're in agreement here. That salad dressing didn't have a date on it. I swear, I had to have not found it. Because I thought legally they have to have an expiration date, right?
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Now, the first thing I thought of as I was looking in there, it brings up the old debate I have, and I continue to stick with, that milk is a condiment, and you disagree.
I do. Because you don't drink any condiments. You don't pour a glass of any others and drink them.
But you use milk as a condiment. It makes cereal better. You put it on this stuff. You use it as a condiment.
Yeah. But
it is a condiment. You put it in milk. It's a condiment.
Yeah. But you don't drink any other condiment. I think it's a fair
you're getting
argument.
ready to eat it.
Plus, what I saw in there was almond milk. We all know that's not milk. That's nut juice. Just nobody wants to be known as drinking nut juice.
True.
So
that would be bad marketing.
That's bad marketing. So they call it milk instead.
So you won't put the nut juice in?
I think it's going to be horrific enough without an extra dash of nut juice. Don't you?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Remember, you may have to do this too.
Hey, but I still am sticking by milk is a condiment.
You can have it in yours then. I really don't want to.
All right. Well, that's coming up Thursday. We'll mix it up. We'll eat it live, and we'll have video and all that kind of stuff, of course, and then I'll be sniffing pits. And I started thinking about it. With the way my sniffer is,
you can't smell anything.
I'm good there. It's just the awkwardness of having to stick my nose in somebody's armpit and sniffing. That's weird.
Well, yeah,
to me.
Weird. That's not normal.
And then I'm starting to wonder about the people that are volunteering for this.
We had a few that jumped at the chance.
And that seems even weirder to me that they were like, yes, I want Chris to stick his nose in my armpit and smell it.
It's going to be pretty warm through the week, too, by the way.
Yeah, but it'll be early in the morning.
It doesn't matter if they don't shower in preparation for this.
I can't really smell, so I'm good there. It's just the awkwardness of sticking nose in armpit.
Well, I'm happy to say we have some very willing participants, which makes me think you're going to smell those.
Yeah, that's coming on Thursday. There's nothing that makes you appreciate the marvel of modern travel like being in the middle of a vessel traveling at a very high rate of speed and just have the door fly off. Door just poof, gone.
Yeah. It happened to some air travelers.
Yeah. Earlier this year, Boeing made the headlines with its door plug, as they call it, being ripped off in the middle of a flight, creating a hole in the side of the plane.
Yeah.
Well, now on the ground, it's happening. Volkswagen.
Really?
They're recalling nearly 100,000 SUVs because the doors could just suddenly fly open unexpectedly while you're driving down the interstate.
Which SUVs should we be looking?
It just says SUVs.
Oh, if you drive a Volkswagen SUV, you should do
might
further
want to
research.
check on them.
Yeah.
Unlike the Boeing plane, these cars aren't missing bolts.
What's their deal?
Volkswagen says they're basically faulty door handles.
The handle is...
The handles may allow water to get into a circuit board, which could cause them to malfunction.
Really?
Which could then lead them to just randomly open.
See, this is why I am a little... Like, I get it. There's some things... My wife has a new-ish car, and there's some cool things about the fact that the door handle will just unlock because the key fob's in my pocket, and that's cool. But there are also things where you're like, we are inserting technology into a place and making a very simple mechanical idea that's worked for 100 years.
Yep.
Much more complex than it has to be.
They say you should take your car to the dealership, get it fixed. If you have one of these vehicles, it looks like most of them are the ID.4 crossovers. That's the name.
I'm not familiar with those. Yeah.
The model years are 21 through 24, so they're new. It doesn't sound like they've had any accidents caused yet by this, but they just know that it could happen.
Oh, they've had something. They've had something.
And they're like, okay, if we don't fix this now, there's going to be a lot of them.
Uh-huh.
So
this happened to me when I was a kid. Not in a Volkswagen.
A door just fly open?
Mm-hmm. Going around a corner. And by no means was this in any kind of high-tech machine. Just in my father's old pickup truck.
You know, and that's the thing is you want to say new technology causing, can't we go to the old school, just make it simple. I remember some of the old pickups or old cars that sometimes the door would just, it was a thing. Don't lean on the door because it could just pop open. It was actually a thing as I was growing up.
Now, I want it to be said also, that truck was not a 2-year-old car like these that are being recalled.
Yes.
It was already a 25-year-old truck then. Yeah. And I was probably leaning on the door. But we were doing, it was 2-lane highway. We were doing 50, 55 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And my dad just grabbed me across the bench seat as I was like, about to fall out. It wouldn't have been good.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a thing when it's like, don't lean on the door because it could just fly open at any time. That was a thing I remember as a kid.
See, I always assumed in that specific truck that I was on the safer side because mine still had the door handle. On the driver's side, it was a screwdriver that he'd fashioned in there to operate.
It works.
It worked. It still worked. That's how it was for years to the end of that truck's life, was just a screwdriver as a door handle. But I always figured I had the safer door in that specific truck. Don't lean on the doors in those old ones if you still have one. And evidently, if you have one of these nice new Volkswagens.
Well, we kind of saw this coming.
Yeah.
You even mentioned it. You looked it up. There was some shows coming up before long in St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
Talking about Jane's Addiction. Well, as expected, Jane's Addiction just announced yesterday evening that the remaining tour dates have now been canceled.
Yep.
After Perry assaulted Dave Navarro during a show on Friday in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
He did share an apology online saying, quote, "This weekend has been incredibly difficult, and after having the time and space to reflect, it is only right that I apologize to my bandmates, especially Dave, fans, family, and friends for my actions during Friday's show. Unfortunately, my breaking point resulted in inexcusable behavior, and I take full accountability of how I chose to handle the situation." Dave, along with the drummer and the bassist, posted their own joint statement.
Yeah.
Saying, quote, "Due to continued pattern of behavior and mental health difficulties with our singer, we have come to the conclusion that we have no choice to discontinue this U.S. tour.
Yeah.
Our concern is for his personal health and safety as well as our own.
Sure.
It left us no alternative. We hope he finds the help that he needs." And that is the thing that's crazy, is he's like apologizing, doing whatever. Like it's almost like he's trying to make it good. Come on, guys. The rest of the band is like, we're done.
Yeah.
It's over.
And this is just what we saw, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what you didn't see, what fights they'd had and whatever. It may not have been others, but they're like, dude, if you're going to come unhinged on the stage like that, we're done with this.
You know there had to be stuff off stage.
I think so.
You know there had to be stuff off stage.
Probably.
I don't think you just come unhinged one night.
I doubt
randomly on stage. I think
I
there's
mean,
stuff that happens prior to that.
Unless you're really messed up just this one specific night or something. But his wife did kind of make the excuses about the band was drowning him out. He couldn't, be heard, and he was having to scream and all this sort of stuff. So I'm sure it was already band infighting that we always see. If you had tickets to the St. Louis show or any of those others, best of luck on refunds and all that stuff. That's
unfortunately not going to be able to see them.
Crappy process to go through.
Yeah. Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Kate Winslet had testosterone replacement therapy to boost her sex drive. That place will also be the first date on The Golden Bachelorette. Kevin Hart hasn't given a reason why his chain of vegan restaurants abruptly closed. But the most obvious answer is because it's a chain of vegan restaurants. A survey found 35% of Americans can't name all three branches of the federal government. Some believe the Electoral College plays in the Big Ten. And West Virginia residents have the longest marriages in the U.S. So maybe most of us were wrong about not marrying our cousins. This is not headline news.